Assalamu alaikum students and a very good morning to you all. Assalamu alaikum students and a very good morning to you all. Am I audible to you? Can you hear me? Please reply me in the chat box. Can you hear me students? Can you see the shared screen? Okay, thank you on. Thank you Alina Salman. Okay, students, as I told you that from now onwards, we will be having our virtual classes and we will do some classwork as well. So I hope you are having your literature books, your copies, and your stationery box with you. So if you are not having it right now, hurry up quickly. Go and grab your pencil box, your literature books, and your literature copies. So shall I start now? Okay, some of you have not collected the literature copy yet from the school. Beta, you have to collect your literature copy from the school because this work has to be done in your literature copy, okay? And if you're not having it right now, you may do it in the rough copy or you may take the screenshot to do it later in your literature copies, okay? Okay, Lina Salman, you may collect your copy from the school today. All right. Good morning, everyone. So let's start our today's lecture. This is our English literature lecture, lecture number 20. Okay. I hope you're having your pencils with you so you can underline the new words and RTCs as well. Okay. We are going to read page number 57 till page number 59 today. Yesterday, we read the first chapter of the lesson, The Picnic, MacDougall's Cave. I'm going to quickly review this chapter. Okay. What happened in this chapter? Becky Thatcher and her family had come back to St. Petersburg. As I told you, they had gone to Constantinople to stay. So they returned back to St. Petersburg. Becky's mother had arranged a picnic for Becky and her friends for the next day. An old steam ferry boat was to be used for the trip. Mrs. Thatcher asked Becky to stay all night with one of the girls that lives near the ferry landing. And with whom she decided to stay? Can you tell me? With whom Becky decided to stay at night? Yes, with Tom, but at which place? Actually, Becky told her mother that she is going to stay at Susie's Harper's mother's. Then Tom convinced Becky to stay at Widow Douglas. Okay, is it right? Do you agree with this? Okay, that's great. So Tom said to Becky that instead of going to Harper's, they would climb up at the Widow Douglas and she would be very glad to see her. Children played for a long time in the sun. Everybody was ready to go to the cave. And MacDougall's cave was just a lot of crooked passages. Crooked means bent, not straight, zigzagged, okay? They went a very long way under the hill. They played games in the cave for a long time. They were tired and dirty, covered in candle wax. But all of them were so happy. Okay, who has turned on the mic? Please turn off your mics. Better please turn off your mics. It is causing disturbance here. Everyone, please make sure your mics are turned off. Okay. Better when a candle melts, it gives wax. Have you seen a candle? When candle melts, it gives a wax. So that is candle wax. Okay. All right. So this was the quick review of the chapter that we read yesterday. Now we are going to start our today's lecture. Okay. So we are going to read on Cardiff Hill today. On Cardiff Hill. Please keep your fingers on the line that I am reading and ask me if you have any confusion, okay? Huck was already watching the inn when the ferry boat slide went past on the river. There was no noise coming from it now because all the children were nearly asleep. As I told you, Huck was on his job and he was keeping the watch outside the inn. And where was Tom? Tom had gone on the picnic with Becky and his friends, right? So Huck was watching the inn, and there was no noise coming from there because all the children were asleep. The night was growing cloudy and dark. 10 o'clock came, and lights began to go out as people went to bed. So it was 10 o'clock in the night, and it was so dark and cloudy, and there was no light because people went to bed. Okay. Huck was alone with the silence and the ghost. 11 o'clock came, and the inn lights were put out. So it was 11 o'clock, and there was complete silence, and there were ghosts there, and nobody else. And Huck was keeping the watch, okay? And so, since it was 11 o'clock, the inn's lights were put out, means they were switched off, okay? There was darkness everywhere now. Huck waited for what seemed a very long time, but nothing happened. He began to wonder if it was any use waiting there. Why not give it up and go to bed? So Huck was keeping the watch. He was waiting there to observe any movement, but there was no movement there. It was so dark and complete silence was there, and everybody was asleep. And it was 11 o'clock in the night, and now he was thinking that what is the use of waiting there? So he was thinking to give it up and go to bed. So he was actually planning to sleep. Okay. Then he heard a noise in the alley. Alley is the passage. In the alley, a door closed softly. He went to the corner of the alley. The next minute, two men brushed by him. Kindly turn off your mics. It is causing disturbance, class. Okay, thank you. If you have anything to ask, you may ask me in the chat box, or you may raise your hand, then turn on your mics, okay? Otherwise, it is causing disturbance, class. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so Huck was deciding to sleep, okay, because he was having he was having nothing to do there. Everyone was asleep, and it was a complete dark night with silence. And since there was no movement, so they decided to he decided to sleep. Okay, brushed means to run. Okay, good. The next minute, two men brushed by him, and one seemed to have something under his arm. So, 2 minutes later, he observed that two men brushed by him, two men ran by him, and they were having something, means one of them was having something under his arm. It must be that box. So, they were going to take the treasure away. And Huck thought that it was the treasure box that they were taking away from the inn. Okay, why go and call Tom now? As it was decided to call Tom, because Tom asked Huck to call him if he finds something and if he notice any movement. Okay, so he Huck said that why to go and call Tom now? It would be silly. Why it would be silly? Because it would be the waste of time. Okay, it would be the waste of time. If he would go and call Tom, it would just wait time, and the two men will go away from there. Okay, and he couldn't follow them. He hoped it was dark enough for them not to see him. Huck stepped out and crept along behind the men. It means Huck started following those two men. Okay, you know who were they? What do you think? Who were those two men? Any guesses? Injun Joe and Spaniard. Very good. They were Injun Joe and Spaniard. Good, Umar. Good. Alina Salman. Very nice. Iman. Very good. Hani. Very nice. Ushna. So, Injun Joe and Spaniard were observed running from there, and it was observed that they were one of them was having a box under his arm, and Huck thought that it was the treasure box that they were trying to take away from that place. Okay, he let them keep far enough in front so that he could just see them. So he was very carefully following them, and because he was also having fear of being caught, so he was so careful at that time. Okay, so what have we read till here? We read that Huck was on his duty to watch the room number 2 of the inn, and that night he saw two men. One of them seemed to have something under his arm. He thought that it must be that box, that treasure box, and they were going to take that treasure away from the inn. And these two men were Injun Joe and his friend Spaniard. Okay, so there was no time to go and call Tom. So because Huck thought that it would be silly, it would be useless, it would be the wastage of time to go and call Tom. So Huck decided to chase Injun Joe and Spaniard by himself. Okay, they turned along the river road, then turned left up another street. They went straight on until they came to the path that led up Cardiff Hill. So they kept running until they reached the Cardiff Hill. Up the path they went, they passed by the old Welshman's house. halfway up the hill without stopping. So they were running and running. They reached the Cardiff Hill and they passed by the old Welshman's house. Okay, good, thought Huck. They are going to bury it in the old quarry. You know what is quarry? Quarry is a place from where stones are extracted. Okay, quarry is a place from where stones are extracted. Okay, so Huck thought that they are going to bury that treasure box in the old quarry, but they didn't stop at the quarry. They went on up to the top. They took a narrow path between tall bushes and were at once hidden in the darkness. So they didn't stop by the quarry and they kept running. And they took a narrow path between the tall bushes and were once hidden in the darkness. Means those two men were hidden in the darkness and Huck couldn't see them. Huck got closer to them now, for they would never be able to see him. After a while, he stopped and listened. There was no sound of footsteps. Had he lost them? So it was so dark there that those two men were hidden in the darkness and Huck couldn't see them. So Huck was thinking that he had lost them, although he was following Injun Joe and Spaniard, but when he didn't see them, he thought that he had lost them. Okay, he was about to start running when a man coughed. You know what is meant by cough? What does cough mean? What does cough mean? Cough means khasna. Very good. So one of them coughed. Okay, less than 4 feet away from him, and they were so near to Huck, but they cannot see each other because of darkness. Okay, they couldn't see each other because of the darkness, but they were just 4 feet away. Okay, they were just 4 feet away. And how did Huck know about it? By coughing. Okay, one of the men coughed, and then Huck realized that they are just 4 feet away from him. Now Huck was very, very frightened. He stood there shaking. He was shaking with fear. Okay, he was trembling because he was so frightened. He knew where he was now. He was about 5 steps from the gate which led to Widow Douglas' place. If they bury it here, he thought it won't be hard to find. Now, Huck was actually thinking that uh, those two men were there to bury the treasure, but they were not there for burying the treasure. They had something else in their mind. You will get to know in the later chapters, but they were not there for for hiding the treasure box. Okay, now since they were so close to Huck, Huck was so frightened and he was shaking with fear. Okay, they were just 5 steps away from the Widow Douglas place, and Huck was thinking that if they bury the treasure box there at Widow Douglas place, it would not be hard to find it. Okay. Now he heard a low voice, a very low voice. It was Injun Joe's. She's got friends there. There are lights on, late as it is. Now, Injun Joe said that she has got friends there. Now, about whom they are talking, about whom Injun Joe is speaking these words. Do you have any idea? Yes, you, Sarah, you are right, but I'm not going to disclose this right now. No, Elena, they are not talking about Becky Thatcher. No. Yes, Alina Salman is giving the right answer. Iman Adnan is giving me the right answer. Okay, Ushna wants me to repeat the question. Ushna, I asked you. Uh, Actually, I told this line that she's got friends there. Now, I asked about whom Injun Joe is saying these words. She's got friend there. By she, what does he mean? Yes, it was widow Douglas place. So he was talking about the widow. Okay, he was talking about the widow. Okay, beta, here you are having she. It means it. There may be any girl or a lady. How could you answer Tom for this? Marusha, it's not Tom. It's widow. Okay. So she's got friend there. There are lights on, late as it is. I can't see any. Spaniard said that he can't see any. Okay. This was that stranger's voice, the one in the haunted house. Now keep it till here, Mark. Mark till here. We have read and we have understood the lesson. Now we are going to quickly review the main points of this chapter. Huck was already watching the inn. He heard a noise in the alley, a door closed softly. The next minute, the two men brushed by him, and no one seemed to have something under his arm. Means one of them was having something under his arm, and it must be that box said that they were going to take the treasure away. So what happened, Huck observed the two men running from there, and one of them was having something under his arm, and Huck thought that it was the treasure box, and they were going to take it away from that place. Okay, so he decided to follow them by himself instead of wasting time in calling Tom. They went straight on until they came to the path that leads up Cardiff Hill. They passed by the old Welshman's house. How far they are going to bury it in the old quarry? Now, Huck thought that they are going to bury that treasure in the old quarry, but they were not there for that. Okay, after a while, he came to know that he was about 5 steps from the gate which led to Widow Douglas' place. Then, in the end, it was observed that the two men were just 5 steps away from the Widow Douglas' place. Okay, now why they were there, we will read it in the next chapter. Till we have to keep it till here. I hope you have marked on your books. Now we are going to start our copy work. Are you having your literature copies with you? Those who are not having it just because they have not collected it from the school, better you may do it in the rough copy, or you may capture the screen to do it later in your literature copies. Okay, I hope you have done your yesterday's homework assignment. I gave you an assignment yesterday. You had to do the question answers of the previous lessons. There were 5 or 6 question answers. uh, Now we are going to start our new lesson in a literature copy. Maintain the index like this. Please do the work very neatly and properly. Right now, I'm going to ask you to show your copies. Okay, so hurry up, maintain this index, write the serial number, mention the date, and then maintain the index properly by writing the topic. First, mention the name of the chapter like this, the picnic. And now, today in this class, we are going to do the word meanings of this lesson. Umar, whatever we are going to have in class, we are not going to post it in the Google Classroom. Okay, it's not your homework; it's your classwork, just like you do in the school. Okay, Umar, this is your classwork. Beta, you have to do it right now. This is not your homework. You are doing this work in the class. Okay, and I'm not going to post it in the Google Classroom. You will be given homework in the Google Classroom. I'll post this video later in the classroom, and if you miss anything, you can do it later. Okay, Umar, is it clear, beta? So, have you maintained the index, everyone? Very good. Hania is done. Very nice, Hania Rahim. Very good. Sameen has maintained the index. Okay, very nice. So, I am moving ahead. Now, you have to make the title page. Very good, Iman. Very good, Adisha. Hibal is saying, okay, Hibal, you are. Okay, Hibal, then if you are not doing it right now because of this issue, you have to take the screenshot of the screen, okay? Capture the screen and do it later in your literature copy, okay? Yes, the previous lesson is now completed and this is our new chapter. Those who are not having the copy, please do it in the rough copy or just capture the screen so that you can do it later in the literature copy. Okay, now I am moving ahead. You have maintained the index, then you have to make the title page as you do. This is your title page. Write the name of the lesson, the picnic, and then mention the subtitles, means the topics that you are going to do in this lesson. Word meaning, question answers, word sentences, and RTC. Quickly do it. Make a simple title page. Write the name of the lesson, then mention the subtitles, means the topics that you are going to do in this lesson. Okay. So, have you made this title page, class? Let me know when you are done. After the title page, you have to prepare a page for words meanings. Okay, very good. Good. Arisha, Iman Hasham, Varda has done it. Very nice. Very good, Varda. Very good, everyone. Better those who have prepared the title page, please maintain the page for words meaning. Now we are going to start word meaning. So please, with the help of the ruler or scale, please draw a margin line, draw a line, make two columns for word meanings, write CW at the top and mention the date. Okay, don't forget to write the date. It's 12 January today. 12-1 21. It's 2021. Okay, so have you done this work? Have you prepared the title page, class? Okay, so now we are going to start the words meanings. Okay, see, you are having the word meanings on your screen. First of all, mention the date and classwork at the top, and then start the word meanings. Okay. Okay, Hamza. Better right now you have to concentrate on your copy work. Please don't distract yourself and don't distract others in asking irrelevant questions. No, we are having eight words meanings. Okay, so first you have to copy down this, then I'll move further. Okay. Okay, Iman Hasham, that's fine. No problem. Okay, beta, now I am going to read this and you have to write this in your copies. Okay. Number one, to explore. To explore means to travel through country to take information. To explore, write the meanings. to travel through country to take information. Number 2, crooked. Number 2, crooked. Crooked means bent. Make sure you are doing the work very neatly. I'm going to see your work, okay? Crooked means bent. Bent means not straight, okay? Number 3, to wonder. To wonder means to amaze. To wonder, to amaze. Number 4, quarry. Quarry means a place from where stone is extracted. A place from where stone is extracted. Quarry. Very good. Ushna has done it. Very nice, Ushna. Okay, I am just giving you 2 minutes to check your word meanings till 1 till 4. Then I will move the slides. Very good, Samin. Very good, Iman. Beta, have you done this? Okay, Alicia has done it. Now I am going to move the slide. So all of you, Beta, you have done till 4. Now I am moving the slide. Start writing number 5. 5 is fault. Fault, fault. Fault means error, means mistake, okay? Fault means error. Number 6. Number 6 is twig. Dilaves, now you are asking me where to do this work. Beta, you have to do this work in your literature copy. Everybody is doing this. Those who are joining us late, please do follow the lecture from the recorded lecture, okay? I'm going to post the recorded lecture in your Google Classroom. Then follow the lecture to do the classwork. Number 6 is twig. Twig means a small branch of tree. A small branch of tree. Number 7. Number 7 is bang. Bang means loud, short sound. Means a loud but short sound, okay? Bang, loud, short sound. And the last one is to whip. To whip. To whip means to beat with a whip as a punishment. Kode marna, okay? Whip means koda. Koda marna, okay? To whip means to beat with a whip as a punishment. To beat with a whip as a punishment. So that's all. Very good, Ushna. Now, Ushna, show me your work. Nida Fatma, show me your work. Turn off your cameras and show me your work. And those who are still doing it, please complete it quickly. We don't have much time. Better now turn on your camera and do it in and show me your classwork. Dilaves, beta, you have to do this work in your literature copy. Okay, and if you haven't collected your copy yet, then please collect your copy from the school and do your work, because you have to do yesterday's assignment as well and your today's classwork. Okay, and if you're not doing it right now, please capture the screen and do it later. Okay. Okay, you said I'm going to show it. Quarry means a place from where stone is extracted. Very good, Ushna. Ushna has made a very neat title page, and she has done the word meanings. Ushna, add S with the meanings also. Okay. Ushna, add S with the spelling of meaning. Very nice, Ushna. Excellent, beta. Very good. Okay, now Aiza, show me your work. Aiza, show me your work. Umar, show me your classwork quickly. Umar, I want to see your work. Umar, we had no classwork yesterday. I had posted a homework assignment yesterday. Okay, I gave you the question answers of the previous lessons in yesterday's homework. You can find that homework on your Google Classroom. Umar, now I want to see your homework. Oh, sorry, classwork right now. Aiza, show me your homework. Oh, show me your classwork. Okay, Iman is showing me. Good, Iman. Excellent. Very good. Iman has done the work very neatly. Very nice, Iman. Excellent. Okay, Nida Fatma is showing me her classwork right now. Very good, Nida Fatma. Oppo A83, you still have not renamed yourself, beta. Samin Rafi, very good, excellent. So, okay, Miram Vakar is showing me your okay, showing me the work. Excellent, Miram Vakar. Haya is showing me the work. She is having something wrong with the camera, I guess. Arisha Amir, very good. Arisha Amir has done the work. So, excellent, students. You have shown me your work. Those who haven't done it yet, because they haven't collected the copy from the school, kindly collect your copy from the school, otherwise you'll be having a lot of pending work. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you for being here on time. Excellent, students. That's all for today. Yes, who is asking me? Okay, Bilal, you may collect your copy from the school, beta. Okay, Umar, it's okay, no problem. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for being here. uh, I'll be back with another lesson tomorrow. If you have not completed your work, please complete it from the recorded video or your assignments that has been posted on your Google Classroom. Okay, I'm taking your attendance. That's all for today's class. Thank you, everyone. Okay, I've taken your attendance. That's all for today, everyone. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Oppo A83, please rename yourself. I want to see your real name in the next class, okay? Okay, Allah Hafiz, everyone. No, beta Lina, there is no assignment for today. You have to follow your new revised homework schedule, okay? Your homework days are Monday and Wednesday. Okay, everyone. Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz, everyone.